How's it going, everybody? Happy New Year. 2017 has just begun, and 2016 was a big year for movies.
Yeah, it was a big year.
Some people say it was a bad year for movies, but I think there's a fair amount of great movies that came out last year.
I will say there's a fair amount of great movies, yes.
I kind of liked this year in movies more than 2015. I thought 2015 didn't have as many gems.
It was more meh movies, but this year had more disappointments.
I guess so.
There's more disappointments this year, but there were still a lot of great films.
So, let's jumping right in. Should I start with my honorable mentions first?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to explain quick. So this whole video is going to be best, worst, and anticipated of 2017. So down in the description below, there'll be time slots and when everything happens. So we're just going to go best, worst, and anticipated. So yeah, you can start the list with honorable mentions.
Okay, so some honorable mentions are Captain America Civil War. I thought it was a really good Marvel movie. The best one that came out this year, Doctor Strange, was pretty good, but Civil War tops it. I just didn't think it really was great enough to make my top 10. Definitely a fun ride, though, but it's a tad overrated. Sully, I thought that was a very solid movie, very interesting film. Yeah, and then Hacksaw Ridge. This one almost made it on my top 10. It was very close. It was actually on my top 10 just a few days ago. But I changed it because of something we'll talk about.
We'll explain later.
But Hacksaw Ridge was a great war movie, and it was very well done. You wouldn't think so, because you wouldn't think I would like it, because I don't really like Andrew Garfield, but I thought it was a very good movie. Alright, let's launch into the top 10. So at number 10, Star Trek Beyond. I'm a huge fan of the Star Trek franchise. I'm not what you'd call a Trekkie, because I like Star Wars more, but Star Trek Beyond I really liked a lot. I liked it more than Star Trek Into Darkness. I thought it had a really solid script, lots of fun action. Then at number 9, Zootopia. So Zootopia is a movie that I expected to be sort of just a normal Disney movie, but I thought it was a great film. It had some great comedic moments, had a great story to it, and even like a decent message or theme, whatever you want to say. I just thought it was very well put together, well animated. Number 8. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This is the second Disney Star Wars movie, and this one to me felt like a step up from The Force Awakens. It's a very solid movie. It finally brings the wars into Star Wars.
There you are.
All the Darth Vader cameos and scenes, all that stuff, I thought was fantastic. It had a great villain with director Krennic. Good acting across the board and just great visual effects. Number 7. Batman v Superman. This is a movie that you guys would probably consider not nearly good enough for a top 10 list, but I really enjoy this movie because I love DC characters. I just love the vision of this movie. It's larger than life. It's huge. The acting from Ben Affleck as Batman, he's the best Batman yet. Well, that's debatable because I love Batman in general, but he did a great job. The score by Hans Zimmer is fantastic. I just love that movie despite its flaws. Number 6. La La Land. Now this we just recently saw. We wanted to see it quick because we knew we'd probably really like it.
Yeah, it's probably on the list.
And I really did like it. I mean, I really don't like musicals, I'll be honest with you. They usually bore me to death. But this one was probably the best musical I've seen in my life because it's just it's very refreshing, very fun, very entertaining, and it's just super well put together. It feels more like a movie that was made in the 50s.
Yes.
Than it is now because it just has an energy that you don't often see in movies nowadays. It's very joyful and fun.
Yeah.
Number 5. Hell or High Water. This is a fantastic crime drama movie. I love crime movies, and this is like one of the best movies about like bank robbing and any of that. Like Jeff Bridges has a great performance. Chris Pine's great in this. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out because it has a great story, beautiful cinematography, and it's just like a very entertaining, wonderful movie. Number 4. The Accountant. Now this is something that you either loved or hated, and I'm one of the people that loved it because I just thought this was an extremely well-made movie. The action was fantastic, and it also just had a gripping, very entertaining, interesting story. like a good kind of a twisty plot, very thriller-like. Ben Affleck also has one of the best performances of his career. Number 3. 10 Cloverfield Lane. This brings it back a couple months to March, and this really started off the year for me because I love J.J. Abrams and I love the type of movies that he makes, and as the second Cloverfield movie, this was very well done. I love the the aspect that you don't know if John Goodman's character is telling the truth or what's going on. Cinematography is wonderful. Just the acting, it's a very suspenseful, good movie with good music, and just it's a very, very solid movie. Number 2. Arrival. Denis Villeneuve is, I think I said his name right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
He's really rising up the ranks as one of the best directors working today. He's very creative, very inspiring, because this movie has some of the best cinematography I've seen all year. One of the best scripts as well. It's a genius script. It's like one of the best in a while. Also, it's not a very fun movie, but it doesn't need to be. It's a very epic and kind of depressing movie, but it's for the best because this movie has a wonderful atmosphere, and it just takes a new spin on the alien invasion type movie.
Yeah.
And number 1, the best movie for me of the entire year, the one I enjoyed the most, is The Nice Guys with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. This is Shane Black's newest movie, and we never reviewed it because I didn't see it until just October. But man, this movie is fantastic. I love the 70s vibe in this movie. It has a great mystery plot. The comedy in this movie actually made me laugh out loud a few times. It just has a fantastic script. The production design, everything about this movie is perfect. I'm going to be watching this movie for years. So that's my top 10 best movies of 2016. Andrew.
That's a great list.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Good solid list. I assume you like your list a lot more than 2015?
I do.
Yeah, there's some solid films on there. Quick honorable mentions for my list. First one would be Finding Dory. I'm the Pixar guy here. I love anything Pixar does. Yes, the movie didn't really need to be made, but because they made it, they did the best they could have done with a sequel. It was very entertaining, and it was just a fun...
Didn't you give it a 10 out of 10, though?
It was 9.75 out of 10. Yeah, my rating
nice.
system has changed, and we've gotten better on ratings. But yes, I think this movie's really great. Yes, it does. Like I said, doesn't need to be made. Still a fun movie. Still really well made.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Next honorable mention is Doctor Strange. This is a really good Marvel film introducing this new hero into the cinematic universe. Not a perfect movie, but I think the visuals are
probably the best.
They're so good, and the story's good. It's interesting, and it made me really interested in the character. And I would be up for a sequel, but I really want to see him just come into the Avengers and see what he does with all the weird symbols and magic, which was really cool. It wasn't like a normal superhero that flies around. It was different. And then my last one would be Moana. We didn't review this. I don't know why we didn't review it.
We haven't been really up on reviews.
No, but this one has, well, you already know, amazing animation because of Disney, amazing music because Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Just a really good Disney movie. Yes, it's kind of cliche, but also I like it because it doesn't have the love story. It doesn't have the cliche villain. It doesn't have both, though. So it does separate it from other Disney movies. And that music stuck in my head so much, which put it on the honorable mentions. It's in the head.
It's an enjoyable Disney movie. Better than Frozen, for sure.
Hands down.
Yeah.
So we'll go down to my list. So number 10. Zootopia. This movie, at the beginning, I watched it in March whenever it came out. And I was okay. I thought it was okay. But then I watched it again and thought it was better, and now I watched it again the third time, and this movie's really good. It's got a really great story, great characters. It puts up a great world with all these animals, and it's great animation. I think the story it sells it. Great message. I think this movie's very, very well made.
Not a lot of people have been talking about it as much. But
no, really, it's one of the best. It's my second favorite animated movie of the year, which I'll mention later.
Yeah. But we've both been back and forth on this Zootopia movie. And we ended up loving it. So
yeah, this movie's very good. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Number 9. one of the most entertaining movies I think of the year, and a lot of people haven't really been talking about it, and this is just me. It's Magnificent Seven. I'm someone who loves Chris Pratt, and I love westerns, so this was totally up my alley. It's a super fun movie. Yes, it's cliche. There's nothing new here, but it's just a really fun time. Lots of great action. Anton Fuqua really made this a great action film, a great western for nowadays. So it's not like super boring, because a lot of the westerns back then are slow. This movie is fast paced. You have different thoughts than I do, but I think this movie is fast paced and really fun. Anything you want to say there?
It's an okay movie. I didn't love it because some people have been raving about it, and I'm mostly with the majority. It's just an okay movie. I don't know. It's okay.
I've seen it twice, and I think I was better the second time. So yeah, I really like it. I could watch. It's one of the most rewatched movies of the year for me. That's why it's on the list. Number 8. Sully. Sully is a movie let's put it this way. Tom Hanks is one of my favorite actors of all time. I love Tom Hanks so much. I don't think there's really a movie of Tom Hanks made that I really don't like.
You're not really a true American if you don't like Tom Hanks.
Exactly. And this is a really interesting story. I really like the story that they told. Yes, it's kind of a smaller film. There's nothing like the plane crash isn't like some huge plane crash. It's like this huge thing. It's small scale. And it's a quick movie. It's a great story. The acting is fabulous across the board, and I like the story they told, and I liked how it wasn't like they tried to make this huge thing. It was just this small little story, and I really liked it for what it was. Good Tom Hanks performance. Number 7. My favorite animated film of the year, which is Kubo and the Two Strings. Beautiful animation by Laika. This company hopefully is going somewhere if they don't become bankrupt. Great story, great animation. It's just such a great story. I watched it again last night. Even better the second time. It's just this great adventure this kid goes on, and everything about it is just so beautiful. I love it so much. And it does surpass Utopia because I think it's something different, and I see stop motion animation as the best animation you can put out there. It takes forever. It takes a long time. It's craft.
That's my personal favorite style of animation.
Yeah, I really appreciate what they do, and this movie, it's my favorite Laika film. I love it so much. Kubo is great.
Kubo, I thought the animation was stellar, but to me, I just thought it wasn't really that memorable. But I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think the story is really good. Okay, so number 6. How could it not be on my list? It's Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I think I screwed that up.
You said Star Wars a bunch of times there.
Yeah, whatever the heck it's called. It's great. I love the movie. Yes, characters aren't the most memorable, but the action is amazing. I love how they go to all different worlds. They really explore the universe. It's a great setup for episode 4. Episode 4, New Hope, whatever. It's a great lead into it. It's Darth Vader scenes just make it on the list.
Just a sideline, because it didn't happen by the time our review came out, but rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
Yes, very, very much, very sad. This movie is very fun, and as a Star Wars fan, how could you not? It's that good. Number 5. Captain America: Civil War. Captain America: Civil War is one of my favorite Marvel movies now. It's my favorite Avengers film, if you want to call it. It brings all the characters together. It's just a great story. I love the two sides. I understand both sides, what they're fighting for, and I love the story they told. I think the Russo brothers should go on with this. Joss Whedon, I think, didn't really do a well job. I think Avengers: Age of Ultron was fine, but this shows that the Avengers can work together and make an amazing film. I love I love Civil War very much. Best Captain America film, even though Winter Soldier is very good. Number 4. Probably the biggest controversy of the whole year, and that's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Yeah.
This movie's epic. It's epic, and it's great, and I don't care what you say.
We can agree on that.
Say whatever you want. I do not care. The Hans Zimmer score, the acting across the board between Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, the stakes in this movie, the action, the cinematography, everything in this movie is great to me. Yes, there is problems, and I'm not going to deny that, but this movie is very good.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you say. I love this movie. And yes, Captain America: Civil War is the better film of the two, but at Batman v Superman, I enjoyed more.
Yeah.
And it makes me excited about what DC is going to bring out next. But then there's this thing called something Gotham Sirens or whatever that gets called. What's it called?
Gotham City Sirens.
Whatever Deadshot movie. Nah, I can't even. I can't trust DC.
Suicide Squad.
I'll just hold. Yeah. That'll be on the worst list.
Yeah.
Little spoiler. Number 3. Sing Street. Sing Street is a movie that I didn't really have a lot of expectations going into. I just heard a lot of people liking it, and I went to I picked it up from Redbox and watched it, and I really liked it. I really like Sing Street. It's a very good coming age film. Great music that I constantly listen to. I've listened to some of those songs on repeat so many times that I can't believe I haven't gotten sick of them yet.
I have as well.
Very good acting. It's funny. It's just a good, heartwarming film. I just love it.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Great, really heavy actions in the film. You might want to put on subtitles in some parts. But yeah, really great film. Sing Street is super good. Number 2. 10 Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane was my favorite film of the year till today. Yeah, you're gonna see it. This movie is. I love Cloverfield so much. I'm so excited for next year. The God Particle or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. I love this universe. It's so great. Yes, the ending is a little bit rushed, but I'm telling you, in that bunker is the best parts of the best scenes, best everything, best acting of the year. 10 Cloverfield Lane is so good. John Goodman is just amazing in this movie. The suspense, it's just so good. Yes, it maybe doesn't connect like perfect to Cloverfield. This movie is the most suspenseful and the most exciting movie of the year, in my opinion. And my favorite film of the year, which I'm still surprised of saying it, is La La Land. La La Land is my favorite movie of the year. Since I've just watched it hours ago, I cannot stop thinking about this. This movie is beautiful. My favorite music of all time now.
Yeah, same.
It's just so well made. It went by fast. The music's good. It didn't take the musical genre to like really drama-ish and really like push it down your throat. It had this music when it needs to. It didn't have a lot. It was the colors they used, the settings they used, the cinematography, the characters, the story was good. La La Land is just so good, and I hope it does win the Best Picture, but I need to see some other films.
And who knew that John Legend was in this? Because I didn't know that.
I didn't know I was in it, but he was good in it. I do like John Legend. He's got a good voice. So yeah, that is our list for the best movies of the year. I did. In the end, I really did like 2016. Yes, there were some disappointments, which we'll get to in the worst list.
There's a lot left of this video, so
so let's go to our worst list, Carter.
But before we do that, I want to say that there's still a few movies from this year that I didn't get to see.
Me too.
That I wanted to see. I still want to see Manchester by the Sea because that looks like it could be great. I really like both the Affleck brothers, Ben and Casey. They're both very talented. So I really want to see Manchester by the Sea. And I didn't know if it was going to make my top 10 or not, but I still do want to see Passengers. Because I just think that looks like an interesting movie, and maybe sometime soon.
Manchester by the Sea looks really good. Passengers, I want to like it, but I just
see it for the
nothing
Brad.
About it looks good.
Just see
it looks like a flop.
See it for the Brad.
I will see it sometime.
Alright, worst. Alright,
let's get into it.
We'll do some honorable mentions first, because this last year had a lot of great gems that I'm in love with and I'll watch forever, but they're also some bombs.
This movie,
there's quite a few. So we'll start with the honorable mentions, and here we go. Hail Caesar, what a snore. This movie was a total yawn. I fell asleep probably twice watching this movie in theaters because it was nothing happens. There's nothing like I love old Hollywood and stuff. I think it's very interesting and cool and whatever. But this movie just. Nothing happens at all. It's basically just the production design that's good, and the rest of it's just terrible.
Could agree with you more.
I'm not gonna watch that movie anymore, but it has a lot of good talent in it, but they don't bring anything to the table. I'm sorry. Then we got Alice Through the Looking Glass. This really stunk. I mean, it was boring, and the green screen wasn't even that good anymore. Like the first movie, I liked the first movie. Say what you will, but I like Tim Burton a lot, and I did enjoy the first one, but this one, it just felt so stale and uninspired. It didn't look like anyone was having fun. They're just like, okay, Disney wants a little hit here. Like they want to get a little bit of money, and I think they made their budget on this one, but in the end, it wasn't really a memorable hit. No one cares about this movie at all. And I'm among the people who didn't care about it.
I didn't bother to see it. I didn't like the first one. I didn't care for the second one.
There's a few funny parts, but in the end, it's pretty lame.
Yeah.
And then the last honorable mention for worst is Jack Reacher Never Go Back. If you know me, I love Jack Reacher from 2012. That's a fabulous movie. I love it so much. Very, very cool movie. But this one, there's no relation whatsoever to the first one. It's just like a standalone movie. There's nothing memorable about it. It's like there's no cool action scenes. It's just like basically Jack Reacher and his daughter just like talking the whole time, and there's no suspense. There's nothing that gripped me to this movie at all. It was a letdown.
Yeah, never go back to that.
And weren't we both looking forward to that one?
Yeah, but it's.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see it,
and I didn't like
Jack Reacher. I did like. I didn't like it as much as you, but I liked it. But yeah, from what I heard.
Yeah.
Oof.
Alright guys, sorry for the interruption there, but I was just about to launch into my top 5 worst movies of the year because we didn't see, I don't know, we're just not doing 10 worst because...
No, I think if you get to 10 and we haven't seen like every film like it's like some bigger reviewers, it kind of starts getting to like, it was fine, but it wasn't great. And
we didn't see that many crap movies this year.
Yeah, and I think if you do 5, it's like, yeah, these movies are bad.
Yeah, because we didn't see like 9 Lives. We didn't see like some of those really bad ones.
We might see 9 Lives sometime. I think I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, top 5.
All right, so number 5. This is also from earlier in the year, and you might have forgotten about this movie already. But earlier, I think it was like March or April, but on Netflix, Pee-wee's Big Holiday came out, and as you know, I'm a big Pee Wee Herman fan. I love Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Is still one of my favorite movies, and I grew up watching Pee-wee's Playhouse. But Pee-wee's Big Holiday had like no correlation to those ones. I didn't expect it to be like a sequel or acknowledges anything, but I didn't see any, like the humor didn't feel like the same at all. Like everything, it felt like modernized and like awkward and cheap. I don't know. I just didn't. It felt very sloppy to me. I didn't like it very much. Number 4. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Out of the Shadows. Is that this tagline? Out of the Shadows? Yeah.
Yep.
This one was just like really CGI like going everywhere. It's just like
Krang was like a piece of gum.
Yeah, a piece of gum crap. Like they're up in the sky again doing God knows what. I was kind of bored watching this. I mean, there's a few fun parts because we do both enjoy the first one.
Yeah.
But to me, this one just was like whatever. We're here for the paycheck. It was bad.
But you can agree, Bebop and Rocksteady had some good moments. Good moments.
I guess
they were fine.
They still, I don't know. The whole movie is pretty bad though to me. And then number 3. Ghostbusters. Now I love the first 2 Ghostbusters movies, and why they decided to reboot this, I have no idea. And I'm not sexist or anything. I'm fine with women starring in movies. Don't get me wrong there.
Yep.
But I don't really get why they decided to do this. Like they thought did they think it was like a novelty or like what? I don't know what this was.
I don't know what was the point of it.
Because they didn't bring anything to the table. If they had something funny to do, then fine, but there's nothing going on in this movie. It was just a terrible, lackluster attempt at making a refreshing reboot, but which it was totally not. It was filled with cringeworthy humor, just bad jokes everywhere. Like they're like, oh look, we can improv. Look at all the cool stuff we can do. It's like none of it's funny, but there's a few tiny laughs here and there. But for the most part, it's very dull and just not well done at all. Paul Feig, you're wrong, sir. I'm sorry. You don't know what you're talking about. Number 2, The Shallows. I saw this movie back in July, I think, and I actually had somewhat expectations for it. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be great, but I thought it looked like an interesting kind of fun movie to watch in the summertime, and I was like floored by just how bad this movie was. It was like the editing was like some of the worst I've seen in my life. It had like when she was texting, it would be like this thing up on the screen and filled with pop songs and just terrible acting and like no suspense whatsoever. Like this There's a CGI shark that looks so bad that the shark from Jaws looks better than this one, and that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, come on.
So I don't know why they couldn't get their crap together. Come on, Sony.
Sony.
That's two Sonys in a row.
Two Sonys in a row, and just wait, we got the Emoji Movie next year.
Facepalm.
Yep.
So bad.
So Sony can never. Okay, Magnificent Seven was on my list. Okay, I'll put that. But Sony needs to start something.
They need to fix.
Oh my gosh, they're so bad right now.
Number 1. The worst movie of 2016 for me was Now You See Me 2. I hate these movies.
No.
I like Woody Harrelson. I like him. Jesse Eisenberg can be good sometimes. But the rest of the cast, I don't care about. Morgan Freeman, I guess. But just like everything that happens in both these movies is cringeworthy. Nothing makes sense. Like there's just random plots. Oh, look at the cool magic we can do. But none of it is actually realistic at all. It's not even that cool. There's just like, it was just supposed to be an action movie, heist movie. What even is this? It's not very definable. It's so bad, I can't even tell you how bad the acting is in this movie. I don't want to watch it again. I was bored. It's bad. That's my number 1 pick. There's my list.
Nothing against Now You See Me 2, because you'll see it on my list. But I still will back up Now You See Me as a fun film.
I don't like that one either, but this one's worse.
Okay, yeah, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions for my list: Legend of Tarzan. I was excited to see it. I liked Tarzan. I like the Disney Tarzan, which means Disney Tarzans can be different, but it was dull. It was boring. It was bland. There was nothing new. I'm sorry. I mean, I know you thought it was fun.
I liked it.
I didn't think there was any point to it. It just no one felt like they wanted to be there. It was kind of a waste of time. I'm sorry. It was forgettable. It could have been so much better. They could have done a lot more. They could have had a more...
But really, how much potential is in Tarzan?
That's the point. Why was this movie even made? The story didn't sell it.
I liked the script. I liked what happened in the story, but I mean, I guess you're right. It's kind of dull, but I do enjoy it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I couldn't find fun out of it. I just want to sit down and have an entertaining time, and I just was like, what the heck did I watch? Mm-hmm. Went by... Well, okay, I will say this. It went by fast. It wasn't boring. It was just dull. And there was nothing there that stood apart any other films. That's honorable mention, so I don't need to talk a lot about it. Second one, honorable mention would be Now You See Me 2. Like you said, it's bad. It's not a good movie. It's bad. All the characters become really, really, and I mean really annoying in this movie.
They are annoying.
Oh my gosh. Woody Harrelson's brother, I actually think is the worst person of the whole year. So bad. So bad.
Worse than Dr. Oaken from Independence Day? Resurgence?
We're getting to that. And then I thought of Enchantress, so never mind. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of bad characters.
Oh my gosh, I hate it. So yeah, Now You See Me 2 is bad. I like Now You See Me. What even was this? Like, you call this a film?
Not a movie.
No. But
make it a third one?
But let's just put it this way. My other 5 are even worse than this, so this is going to be exciting. Number 5. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad had the potential to be one of the best superhero films of all time.
I wouldn't say of all time.
I think it could have been the most fun superhero film of all time.
Could have been.
It looked, those trailers made it look so much fun. Such a great time. All the acting had potential to it. The story looked good. Everything looked good about it. And then I saw it. Potential wasted.
Super disappointing movie.
Super disappointing. Now, what's worse? Now You See Me 2 or that? Suicide Squad? Now You See Me 2 by a long shot. Suicide Squad had potential. Now You See Me 2 was made for DVD. So that's why it's different. Suicide Squad was not fun. It was a music video, and it starred Harley Quinn and Deadshot.
No one else.
They're probably getting their own movies. Actually, they are.
Jared Leto was totally wasted in that movie.
Totally wasted.
He was a great actor, but he was wasted.
It was... And I always say this, the action scenes, I will back this up, are like Fantastic Four.
They're bad.
They are so boring.
Yeah.
Number 4. Ghostbusters. Yep. I don't care what you say, oh, it was better than I thought, and I'll even say that. I thought it was better than I thought just because there's a few scenes, and I mean just like a few scenes.
Minuscule. Yeah.
But this makes me so sad that Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and everyone else, Ernie Hudson, all of them went into this movie and supported it.
They had to, because I bet Sony paid them to. They probably, those poor guys had to go in there and all right, I'll give a cameo, I'll give my support. Because they have to, or else the movie will be frowned upon by the public already if the original cast doesn't approve. So I'm sure they were paid to say something.
Sony, we know what you're up to.
Yeah.
It's a bad movie. I'm sorry. Again, nothing against women. I would have been fine with it. I don't think Ghostbusters should have been made in the first place, but it was fine that there's women.
Yeah.
It was not funny. It was just not funny. Chris Hemsworth was the funniest one there. And also, why did you have to go and make all the guy characters dumb? Seriously,
that's
to empower women.
Yeah, if you're saying we're being sexist or something, it's well, look at this. Every character in the movie is an asshole or someone who's stupid.
And CGI was everywhere. The bad guy, I don't even I don't remember.
He's a weirdo.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's forget about it. Number 3. Hail Caesar. Now, is Ghostbusters worse than Hail Caesar? Of course it is. But Hail Caesar is the most boring film I have seen in a long time. This movie is so boring, so bad. You can't have any enjoyment out of this movie. The ending is terrible. Well, actually, I didn't even care by the end. I was like, okay, when are we going?
This is the ultimate watch-checking movie. It's the definitive one. They might as well sell the Blu-ray with a picture of a guy looking at his watch.
Yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, it was. I don't think I could sit. Any movie on this list I'd rather see than this because it's one of those movies where it's so bad you can't enjoy it.
It's not even enjoyable.
It's so boring.
Some of these ones on my bad list I can still enjoy, but Hail Caesar is a yawn.
I would see Ghostbusters again over Hail Caesar just because at least Ghostbusters is made for enjoyment. Hail Caesar is I don't.
Who knows what it's for?
Who even knows? Sorry.
What's the target audience here? Honestly.
Don't see it. Okay, number 2. The Angry Birds movie.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I know you never saw it. I'm glad you didn't. This movie I thought could have been fine because it had a good voice cast and it could have just been funny. It could have just been a little bit funny. Could have been fine. It did have great animation. I'll say that. Really great animation. But the movie was so unfunny. Every line of dialogue was cringe. Nothing was good about this movie except the animation. The animation was amazing. I can't imagine.
It looked a little bit direct-to-DVD though, from what I saw.
If you watch it, it's very good animation. Also, when they do the slingshot from the game, that's also pretty cool. But what? It's Sony too. It's Sony. I forgot it's Sony.
Those guys are bad.
Oh my gosh, I love this. It's like a Sony rant. It's just not funny. I know it's not. I'm not a kid, but even my brother who saw it didn't like it. So, and he's 9. So there you go. Kids don't even like it. Number 2, and number 1. Get ready. Independence Day Resurgence. Who was the guy I was talking about, the worst actor?
Dr. Oken.
That's why I hate this movie.
Brent Spiner.
Ooh, makes me just...
He's only in 5 minutes worth of the movie.
It makes me hate movies. Seriously, this character is terrible. Oh my gosh.
Cool Duder loves him.
I know. What? No, it was... It started off fine, I'll give you that. It started off a little bit fine, but then once we got to the bus chasing with an alien, what is going on? The movie's not taken seriously. Okay, it shouldn't have been taken seriously. It should have just been a fun movie, but all the acting in this movie is so stale, no one has character.
But you have to admit, it would have been a better choice for Will Smith to be in this than Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, because he would have made the movie a lot better.
Yeah.
I think this story, if they cleaned up the story and put Will Smith in it...
If they had some more Jeff Goldblum, Will Smith action, this movie would be terrific.
That's all they had to do. That's all you had to do. Put Will Smith in there, and then clean up the story just a little bit. Good movie. Wait a sec. I might be just throwing this out there, but is this Sony too?
Nope. Oh. It's Fox.
Dang it, I wish it was. Yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry if you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I'm not going to argue and say it's some great movie, but I don't have a problem with it, really.
I just sat through what is going on here? I'm sorry, I really didn't like it. I could not find much enjoyment out of it. So that's my list for worst. Yeah, I kind of got into some rants, but that's what a worst list should be. Now we're going to the most anticipated films of the year. We're doing a top 10 of 2017, and there's a lot. There's a lot to like about.
There's a lot to like. So first, before I jump into this, you might be saying, Carter, these are all just big blockbuster movies that you have on your list. It's like, well, yeah, that's what you're anticipated for.
Yeah.
If you see it, I'm not going to be hyped for some independent movie because I don't know what to expect from it.
I don't know what's coming out next year independently.
These ones are movies that I've seen from before, so that's what I'm anticipated for. That doesn't mean these are going to be in my top 10 best or anything like that.
Yeah, same for me. And when I go next year, I'm not going to read off the same list. I'm sure half of these movies, which was kind of last year, are terrible. Suicide Squad?
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I still can't. Okay, yeah, go.
Alright, so number 10, I guess, for my most anticipated is Thor Ragnarok. I'm really looking forward to this movie. I'm not a big fan of the first two Thor movies, but I still like Marvel, and this one looks like it's going to be stepping up the game a little because it's got more of the rich mythology going on. They're setting up Infinity War. Mm-hmm. Thor goes on some kind of mission with Hulk in this movie. Doctor Strange is in there. Did you know that?
I did not know he was in there.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is going to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
And Jeff Goldblum plays this guy called the Grand Master, so I'm really intrigued by that character and really hoping he's funny and entertaining like he always is in Thor Ragnarok. So I'm hoping that movie's going to be good. Number 9, The Fate of the Furious. Actually, hold on, I'm jumping one. No, whatever, I'll just go back to that one. So I'll just say number 9 is The Fate of the Furious. This is the Fast and Furious 8. Does it look like a great movie that needed to be made? No, but it looks like a lot of fun, and it's got a lot of big action stars in this. It looks like it's just going to be a blast. Like, I love The Rock. He's a great screen personality. Kurt Russell's in there. Vin Diesel, of course, and just, like, it's got a great cast. I'm excited to see the action in this movie. It's going to be a great time. And then number 8 is going to be The God Particle for me, because this is going to be the third Cloverfield movie, and I just can't wait to see what they do to connect these movies. And I think I don't know much about it, but all I know is the plot is like something about they go to space and Earth disappears. That sounds really interesting to me and really cool. Number 7 is going to be Spider-Man Homecoming. I have hope for the future of Spider-Man now that Andrew Garfield's kicked out because he was terrible.
Get him out.
Good in Hacksaw Ridge, but as Spider-Man, he sucked.
Oh my gosh, Sony.
Yep. So Tom Holland was pretty good in Civil War, and I think he'll do a good job in Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm very excited to see Michael Keaton as the villain and Iron Man's few scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6, I believe, is War for the Planet of the Apes. I love Planet of the Apes, the originals. I've only seen the very original, the Tim Burton one, and the 2 new ones, but just from those, I really like this franchise. Yep. It's very interesting. The conflict between humans and apes is super interesting and entertaining to watch play out, and I'm just excited to see what they do with this one. And Woody Harrelson, hopefully, he'll be fantastic in this movie, unlike Now You See Me Too.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And number 5, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. You can't avoid it because pretty much everyone loves the first one. Very fun movie. You love the soundtrack, the characters, the visuals. It's all just a blast to watch. And I'm looking forward to more from this one. Sylvester Stallone's in it. Kurt Russell's in it. So I'm hyped for the soundtrack.
I still can't even imagine Sylvester Stallone in this movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I'm hyped for the soundtrack and the movie. Number 4 is Logan. I like the X-Men movies. A few of them I don't care about, but for the most part I like the series and I like the character of Wolverine. And this one just looks to be like really stepping up the game and making it more of a small film than like end of the world type movie with CGI going everywhere. It looks more of a grounded, hardcore movie and with more emotion, and it just looks like it's gonna be very well made. Then number 3, we got Blade Runner 2049. I love the original Blade Runner. Some people actually don't like it.
Yes.
But I really, really like it. It's kind of a strange movie, but since I watched it, I've been excited for this sequel. And I can't wait to see what they do with Harrison Ford's character, because there have been some fan speculation as to whether he's a replicant or not, and I think that could be however they explain that in this one will be great. Ryan Gosling, I like him more now that I've seen him in La La Land and The Nice Guys.
Great year for him.
Yeah, so he's making good decisions, and this movie just looks like it's fantastically made. Denis Villeneuve in the directing chair. Number 2, I love DC. I love Batman v Superman. Man of Steel's okay. Suicide Squad sucks. But I can't wait for Justice League. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, very cool, full action. I love Batman. I just can't wait to see him interact with the other characters in the DC universe. Jesse Eisenberg's coming back as Lex Luthor.
Yes.
Alfred's in there, and gosh, who am I forgetting?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons is Commissioner Gordon. Who knows? Maybe Jared Leto will have a cameo.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Number 1 is Star Wars Episode 8. I just am so excited for this movie. My view has changed on The Force Awakens. I don't think it's like a fantastic movie, but at least it set up a decent world, and I can't wait to see where they go next, and I hope they expand the horizon a little more and do stuff more original with this one. So yeah, that's my top 10.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my top 10 anticipated films of the year. Again, like Carter said, these might not land in my top 10 at the end of the year. I don't know the independent films coming out, but this is what I know of so far, and I'm looking forward to. So number 10 is Dunkirk. I think this is going to turn out to be a really great war film. You get a combination of Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer again. Great acting across the board. I think this movie could be really good. And you got the guy from the trailer that has the
bad extras.
How could you not? I think this is just a great pairing. I think this is going to work. I think Christopher Nolan would be able to do a really good war film because all his movies look amazing. So I think this could be a good pairing, and I think it's going to be a pretty good film.
I like Tom Hardy as well.
Yeah, so I think this is made to be a really good film, and I would imagine it'd be on my top 10 at the end of the year if it all goes well. Mm-hmm. Number 9, the most unserious film of the year, but I'm so excited for it. It's the Lego Batman movie. This movie will have the most Batman references and the most Batman things that you like. It'll make fun of Batman v Superman. It'll make fun of the old TV show, and I'm so excited.
The '89 Batman, hopefully.
It will be. Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious.
Next month, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Arnett.
Yeah, Will Arnett in there. It's gonna be a great time. It'll be. It might be the best superhero film of the year. I mean, if DC doesn't give it, if DC doesn't do it right with Justice League, it really could be. Great. Coco.
I forgot about Coco.
I don't know much about it. I think the animation from the concept art we've seen looks amazing. The story is really original, and Pixar, I think, is going to blow this one out of the water. The originals have been doing really well. I really liked Inside Out and their track record of Up and all these new ones that have been coming out. They've been doing well. Coco is going to be hopefully amazing. I'm really excited for this new Pixar film. Number 7 is Kong Skull Island. I love Godzilla more than anyone. I loved Godzilla. I thought it was a beautiful film.
That was okay.
Yeah, and that's why I was so excited for Rogue One with Gareth Edwards. But yeah, I think this movie looks really good. Great cast. I mean, great cast. I think it's going to be a great March film.
Comes out on your birthday, right?
It does.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be a great birthday, and I think it's going to be a really epic film. Number 6 is War for the Planet of the Apes. I love the first two, Rise and Dawn. Mm-hmm. I think it will be if this is the last one, which I hope it is, just because it'd be 3 trilogy, it'd be great.
Yeah, I don't need more.
No, it'd be really good concluding. I think this is gonna bring all this tension. That's gonna be this huge war, which it's saying. I think it's gonna be a really great final chapter, if so. Yeah, I love the other ones. Number 5 is Logan. Logan looks amazing. It looks like it could be the best superhero film we've seen in a while. I think this looks serious. I think they're taking that, the other Wolverine solo films weren't that good. I think they're taking it to a new spin, and Hugh Jackman's going to walk off, and it's going to be great.
And if you see X-Men Apocalypse to this, huge difference.
I know, and the trailer was so good, and I think they know what they're doing with this. Number 4 is Justice League. This movie hopefully will be the turning point for DC. If I had an honorable mention, I'd put Wonder Woman because that also looks pretty good. But this Justice League, you bring everyone together. The cast is amazing.
I'm really looking forward to it.
And Zack Snyder, right?
Yep.
After Batman v Superman, I can trust him. I will say, I hope he gets his act together in some story parts. But other than that, I accept. I think it'll be a really epic film. I think it'll bring everyone together really nicely. I think this movie's a little too early, but whatever. I'm going to be excited for it. It's going to be a great November film, right? It's not a summer film.
November.
I think it's going to be really good. Hopefully. Number 3 is Cloverfield 3. Or God Particle, but that's not going to probably be the title, so I'm just calling it Cloverfield 3. I love Cloverfield. I like 10 Cloverfield Lane even more, so I love that they're supposed to be doing these every year, so this is perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
This is perfect. I'm so excited for these movies every year. Cloverfield is such a cool idea. I hope this puts the first two together and actually connects them like Cloverfield Lane didn't, and I hope this movie's awesome. I don't know much about it. Number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is going to be a super fun film. I love the first one. I hope it brings the music together. I hope it brings all the great characters we loved. And I think this movie is going to be destined for great, amazing things. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is going to be so much fun. One of my favorite films of all time. So how could it not? And then number 1, you said it, Star Wars Episode 8. Because how could you not? I loved Episode 7. I loved how it set up this new.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say not universe at all, but like new story.
Trilogy.
Yeah. And I think this is gonna be great with Luke going on, and I really don't.
Maybe Luke will finally say something. Who knows?
If he doesn't say anything,
I'm done.
I'm worst list.
This is just kind of off topic, but I really hope there's a lightsaber fight between him and Kylo Ren. That would just make me so happy.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So that is our best, worst, anticipated list of the year. Hope you like this video. Make sure to give it a like. Keep subscribed to us so you never miss another video. And hopefully 2017 is great with our videos and with movies in general. Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.